Welcome, my friends, to IDB. It is Andrew here, and we are back from Las Vegas. We were out at CES checking out all of the greatest gadgets that we'll see this year. Some things you may not see, like a ping pong playing robot, but one thing that was definitely prevalent was wireless chargers. In large part thanks to Apple adopting the standards on the latest iPhones, we saw more and more chargers this year than we ever have in the past. I picked out my favorite wireless chargers that I saw, starting with Anker's new line, including a dual charging pad, a car charger, a charging stand, and an updated charging mat. Now, of course, Anker has had chargers in the past, wireless chargers, we've covered many of them, but they did not support the faster 7.5 watts of charging on the iPhone X and the iPhone 8. Their new lineup fixes that. You can notice it right away because it has that new lighter color. The rep on hand was not able to confirm whether or not they would come in the darker color as well, but for right now we know they come in the lighter color and will support the faster charging on the latest iPhones. Pretty similar to what we saw in the past, just supporting faster charging on the new iPhones as well as fast charging on Android phones too. You should look for these to start rolling out very, very shortly, and of course we will go hands-on with them once more when they finally do launch. My favorite chargers, and this is definitely questionable because I like a lot of the wireless chargers, but possibly my favorite chargers that I saw at the show was iOttie's new lineup. They have 4 new wireless chargers, including their main line here. This dock is so well designed with a subtle LED along the top, a fabric coating, and a silicone ring to prevent your phone from slipping. Along back, it uses USB-C for power, and it has an additional USB output, so you can plug in a second device like maybe an Apple Watch. It is surprisingly light, and it won't overheat thanks to the really ingenious venting mechanism that they built in. It comes in 5 different colors: green, blue, red, white, and this lighter gray. Now, combined with this unit, we also saw a mini charging stand. So this is pretty much identical, but it loses the vent, so it's able to be a lot smaller. Still uses USB for input, but it loses that additional USB Type A output. Again, they can put out the same output as far as wireless charging goes. One is just smaller and lacks an additional output. I think I prefer the bigger ones of the two, but if you're looking for a slim option, the mini one is definitely the way to go. Also coming out is a wireless charging stand, so this way you can actually prop your phone up on it. This is awesome for the iPhone X because of the kind of annoying sometimes Face ID that requires you to look at your phone to unlock it, so if it's just sitting on a table, it can be a bit annoying. One of the most unique products is this guy here. It plugs into your outlets, adds 2 USB-A ports on the left as well as USB-C, 2 USB-A ports on the right, including 1 quick charge port, and then 2 AC, I don't know if you want to call them ports, but slots down there at the bottom. Has built-in backlighting to make it easy to see in the dark. And if all of that alone wasn't enough to make this thing useful, I mean, you're adding 5, 6, 7 different spots to plug stuff in between 5 USB ports and 2 AC ports on the bottom. Using a magnetic plate on the back of your phone or built into the case, you can actually adhere your phone to it and wirelessly charge. It says built-in wireless charging, 4 USB-A ports, USB-C port, and 2 standard outlets on the bottom. Belkin, just like the rest of people, are kind of doubling down on all of their wireless charging accessories. We saw an entirely new lineup, including their new charging stand. It is not adjustable, but it has a pretty solid angle. It is nice and lightweight. It comes in a variety of different colors, just like their other boost up chargers do, and easily works both in portrait and landscape modes. You can see the 2 different LEDs that were located on the bottom and on the side, so you can still see the charging status regardless of orientation. Aside from the charging stand, we have several new boost-up charging mats. They're smaller than the original charging mat that we saw when the iPhone X launched. Though it is smaller and comes in a variety of colors, it still supports that fast charge of 7.5 watts for iPhone and much faster on supported Android devices. If you're looking for something in the car, they've got you covered for that as well. They're introducing a new car charger similar to what we've seen from other companies like iOttie. Now you can get 7.5 watts of charging in the car on the go with your iPhone. And lastly, we saw a dual charger, so 2 charging pads, 7.5 watts of power each, which is really great if you get more than one iPhone lying around that can be charged wirelessly. Now, this is not really a consumer product coming up, but they are entering the commercial market by making 3 different models of built-in chargers for restaurants, bars, manufacturers to build into their furniture. Hyper also announced a new charging dock for the MacBook. It actually uses USB-C and builds a wireless charger right into the top. It can handle up to 15 watts of power for Android devices and 7.5 watts of power for iOS devices. It also works both flat lying down as well as vertical, so you have several different options to work with. Not only is it a great wireless charger, but you have all those other ports and accessibility options for your Mac. You've got pass-through USB-C, you've got HDMI out, SD card readers, USB-A, tons and tons of options for your Mac at the same time as a wireless charger for your iPhone. Scosche was on hand at CES, debuting their new lineup of wireless chargers and their new partnership with Spec. They announced not only that new partnership, but a second generation version of their Magic Mount Pro with Qi charging baked right in. So here's their second generation model. It looks a lot sleeker, slimmer than the one in the past, but they also have one for the car, one for the, dash mount, one for the vent mount for the car, and then one for the CD. So you've got 3 different car options as well as one for the home or office. Then they have worked with Spec to create a new line of cases, the Presidio mount, which will mount to any of their wireless chargers. So inside of this case are actually 2 plates, one on the top and one on the bottom, that allows it to easily affix to any of the Magic mounts from Scosche. At the same time that it connects to those mounts, it's able to wirelessly charge, which has been a little bit difficult to find ones that support that on the iPhone X because people didn't know where the coils were on the inside. So that wraps it up. 5 different companies all debuting multiple wireless chargers, and I can't wait to go hands-on with them. Let me know down in the comments which ones are your favorite. Which is your favorite style? Dual chargers, car chargers, stands, pads, whatever it may be, and which of these new options looks most exciting to you. Let me know all of that down in the comments. Please go ahead and click on subscribe. Till next time, this is Andrew for iDB.